Hello, welcome to Train Simulator Classic. First time in quite a few months since I've driven it. Today, as you can probably see, I'm doing Trains vs Zombies, the Halloween special from 2011. This is basically because it's October. There's no Halloween stuff on Train Sim World, so doing it on Train Sim Classic will do. So, this first scenario of the four, a strange condition has afflicted most of England, turning people into shuffling, mindless creatures. A group of strangers remains immune from the madness around them. I will try and read all the dialogue boxes, and I'm also going to try and not speeding. Someone's tried to recreate the Greatest Gathering as a screenshot. Not very accurate, because you can't put... There's no Blue Peter, there's no... Tornado. There is Tornado on this. There's no Blue Peter. Oh, pardon me. No Blue Peter. I'm trying to think what other things were in that section. We've got Clan Line, but not British India Line. There wasn't a Class 50 there. Blue Peter was in front of Sir Nigel Gresley. There was a Jubilee and... London, Oxford, United Kingdom on the 8 PM on the 31st of October 2011. I've already read that bit, so I don't need to read it again. Look at all the strange green faces. With this particular game, I don't need to set up the cab. My goodness, a genuine zombie plague. How fortunate we are close to an impenetrable secret bunker built in the bowels of Paddington Station. And I am one of the few people on this earth to know the entry code. If only we could get there safely. That's the professor. Does anyone know how to drive a train? No. Been ages since I played this game. Right. Headlight. That was close. They seem slow, but we shouldn't let them touch us. I suspect that will be bad. Okay, driver, take this ragtag group to Paddington. I'm the professor, by the way. I think together we can survive this. Maybe. Headlights on. Reverser. Forward. I've had to turn the brightness up so that you can see. And off we go. I see you are playing in career mode. Want to make this a bit more of a challenge, do you? As if battling through zombie hordes wasn't difficult enough. Scoring is going to work a little differently to usual career scenarios. There is less reliance on keeping tight timings and less of a penalty for speeding. We are fleeing for our lives, after all. However, we are only 5 minutes into the apocalypse, so you shouldn't fall into lawlessness straight away. Speeding is still dangerous and can cause derailment. Yeah, I know that. Plus, the signal systems are still operational, so rules of the line must be obeyed. I'm also prone to whiplash, so no sudden stops and starts. You will start with a score of 5,000, which sounds like a lot, but it isn't. But those numbers are easy to lose. A lot of things will score you down, but very little scores you up. Try to finish with a positive score. Good luck, and close this message to get started. Okay, there we go. Right, are you going to work, or have you frozen? There we go. Off we go. As I said, I've turned brightness up because it's a night time scenario. It just means that the video won't be completely black, which it would be if I had my normal brightness settings. I can't go above 25 miles an hour at the moment until we're out onto the main line, so I'm keeping an eye on the speed. Two seconds, I'm going to turn something off so I don't get glare. That's better. Having my iPad on means that there's too much glare coming in the side. Right. Coast. Even though there's a zombie apocalypse, I'm still going to do the horn. A little bit more power, just so that we don't stall out on the points, which are just up here. Over bridge, as we leave the city of dreaming spires, Oxford. Some fire ahead by the look of it. Yes, I've played this before in non-career mode. That was 14 years ago. So basically it's been quite a while since I've done it. That building shouldn't be on fire. The zombies are naughty. They shouldn't be burning things. I'm trying to keep the little blue light on my controller covered because it's another distraction that I don't want. Right, go via milepost 58 in 4.5 miles. I might be needing to stop, so I will not be going too fast. Need to make sure I can stop without applying the emergency brakes. There's another fire. Right, on one of the lines, so probably a train on fire. Let's have a look when it comes past, see what it is. Like a coal train, merry-go-round. That would have been heading to Didcot. Yep, those are merry-go-round wagons. Shouldn't really be on fire. The line on our left will be joining this one soon, because that red signal means that it's coming to the end of that line. There we go. I'm not going any faster. I know that when we get to Didcot we have to stop, because the zombies have been naughty. So I do not want to be speeding through there. And I think when we get to milepost 58 we have to stop and back up a little bit. someone up from the station that we'll have gone through just before it. How far is it? 4.13 miles. Oh, there's all the things we have to do. Go via milepost 58. Stop at Radley platform 2. Go via Didcot. Stop at end of the line. Stop at Didcot Parkway, platform 5. Supposedly 2020. It'll be later than that. I am not rushing. I'm trying not to yawn. It's been quite a while since I've... Well, looks like a class of 47. It's been... yeah, at least 6 months since I last played this game. I temporarily uninstalled it. So that I had a bit more space on my laptop. It was also having graphics issues, which is why I stopped doing the videos, but I seem to have sorted that, which is good. Those clouds look really atmospheric. It's just a pity that I can't turn headlights even brighter than they already are. Let's go into head out view. I can see a bit more that way. Get rid of the mouse cursor. Green signal. Just going along at a nice steady 35 miles an hour. Points, which is why it's doing click, click, click. The rest of the line is continuous welded rail. I like the way you get the echoes when you're going under bridges. Don't get that on Train Sim World. Got 3.17 miles before milepost 58. It's quite a distance, but as I said, I'm not speeding. I want to get as many of these career progress points as possible. So I don't really want to lose them. Which you do if you speed, you do if you apply the emergency brake, you do if you miss one of the checkpoints. I wonder where that line goes. May explore it one day. It's been a long time since I've used this route. It's one of the original Train Sim Classic routes, Great Western Main Line, though it's been modified for Trains vs Zombies. Just over 2.5 miles, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah. Trying to focus on that. It's tiny writing. I can't expand it. all I can do is try and look at now just under 2.5 miles. So distance is coming down gradually before the first, well, fourth dialogue box. Fifth if you include the one about the career mode. Something you don't get on Transcend World is career mode. Yes, you get action points for doing various actions while you're driving or being guard, but you don't have career mode. One of the routes I've got on Transcend Classic, which is the Horseshoe Curve, you actually do career progression. You start as a shunter and eventually get to do driving along the whole length, and then take a special to the Horseshoe Curve itself for anniversary and get to see fireworks. I might do a video about that, a whole series, but that will probably be in standard mode, not career mode. While it's interesting, I've not actually completed it. So I'd want to complete it fully before I did career mode. 1.8 miles. Ow. Going at this speed is basically like being on a preserved railway, though 10 miles an hour faster. It's a relaxing speed. Ooh. Zombies on the line. Trying to keep an eye out for things. It's really hard when it's dark. Yeah, using the keyboard automatically brings up the mouse cursor, which is really annoying. But I can't use controller to change reverser direction as well as in the way. I will try when I get to the first stop where we have to reverse to get back into, what station was it again? Radley. We have to stop after the milepost, which is what it says go via. It doesn't say reverse at that point, but you do have to reverse back to Radley Station. It's Radley this side of the milepost. That's from looking at the map before I started recording. I made a small note of where the various stations were. It's also going back in memory from when the game first came out, or this DLC, which would have been 3 years after the game originally came out, I think. I think it first came out in 2008. It's called Trainworks back then, or Railworks. Railworks. And I got it on disc at a discount from HMV in Birmingham. Oh look, that looks like let's switch sides. Oh, it's an HST, high speed train, and it looks like it's on fire. Okay. People on it are not going anywhere. You're stuck in that train until the zombie apocalypse is over. There's Radley Station, so I can put power. Welcome to Radley. Under the overbridge that looks like it's designed for a line with overhead electrics. Start slowing right down. Stop as soon as we can after milepost 58. Don't want to stop before I get to the milepost. Don't know why it's putting... There we go. Ring, ring. What's that? Janet, you survived. Where are you? Yes, we just passed there. I will ask the nice driver to make a stop. Keep yourself hidden. Driver, my daughter is alive and stranded at Rugby Station. Can you go back? Yeah. I can. Oh, I can use the controller just to change the reverse. We've just gone past the signal. It would have gone to red. Just need to come to a complete stop. Right, so... You can crawl in through a window, you just need to stop for a little while at the platform. Whatever you do not open the doors. You think I'm daft? So we'll just go back 0.42 miles. Because I knew we had to stop, I wasn't going fast. The reason we had to stop, I wasn't sure on. Just have to... There we go at this speed. And prepare to apply the brakes if I need to. Still got 5,000 career mode points at the moment. Haven't lost any. That's why I'm driving under the speed limit. Yes, I'll probably lose some for being late into Didcot, but I'm not rushing. Okay. There's the station. That tells Janet that we're nearly back in. Wouldn't normally do this on normal scenarios. You're not supposed to reverse on the main line. There we go. Waiting while Janet gets in. Going back this way. I'm not going fast, because I know that we have to stop where it says end of line. That means zombies have probably been naughty and ripped the track up. So if we're going too fast, we won't be able to stop. Thank you so much. I thought I was done for. Now, let's get out of here. Okay. Can do. %60 on the throttle, and off we go. I'll probably drop it down to 30% once we get up a bit of speed. We've got 4.29 miles and supposedly 7 minutes to do it. It'll take longer than that because I'm not speeding. I'm just being prepared to stop. This is one of the few scenarios that I can sort of remember to do with this DLC. Get to Didcot and there's green light. That's about all I can remember, but we do have to stop, shuffle around and then go back into the station. It should be one of the main platforms rather than the avoiding line that we would have been going on. Then this scenario ends, then it's the next scenario, which is Cross 47. There's a little bit of fun there because we've got to turn it round. Go around Didcot power station, if I remember rightly. Then we go along until the line that we're on there ends and we go on to an HST. HST is the fun one though, because the witch makes us fly. A flying HST. That'll be fun. I don't know how well or whether I can maintain career mode points with that, because you've got to go a certain speed to do it. Basically they put invisible track and it does have a bit of a gradient. This bit which says bridge, that's where you're normally supposed to stop by, and if you haven't stopped then you lose big points, and I think Janet ends up getting caught by a zombie. There's some zombies there. Doing just under 30 miles an hour, which is a reasonable speed. Zombies can't get on, and I'm going to be able to stop at Didcot without overshooting the ripped up track, if I remember rightly. I could easily just go, yeah, the track's been ripped up. And then we stop there, and the track's been ripped up there. Okay. One box girder bridge done. No dialogue, so I didn't make any problems there. That's good. Only problem with going at this speed, it does take a long time to do the journey. I could probably speed up a bit, but I'd need to start slowing down. I'm going to speed up a bit. I'd need to start slowing down earlier. So that will be. I'll get up to about 50. I'm just trying to think where I'd need to slow down. About 1.5 miles from Didcot, I think. Or 1.25 miles from Didcot. Because then it's about a fifth of a mile before we have to stop. There we go. This will just cut time down, but as long as I'm... Oh, that's an impressive bridge. You can tell this is part of the old broad gauge by how wide the bridge is. And that looks like a station that's got a fire. Okay. See which station it is by looking at the running in board. One that says welcome to. It doesn't have one. It just has them. Still couldn't see it. Still couldn't see that. No. Couldn't see what it said. Going too fast. Put power a bit. 2 miles to where it says go via Didcot, which is straight ahead. Out in the open fields. No oh, it's a full moon. No zombies around at the moment. That's nice. Green signal. I've got to keep my eye on where that exclamation mark on the heads-up display is, as that will tell me whether the next signal is red or not. Don't press either A or B on the controller, it will basically stop the train dead and I'll lose points, which I don't want to do. What's that? Oh, another box girder bridge. Weird. I wonder what river that is. Is it the Isis? Oh, I can see Didcot, so I'm starting to slow down. .3 miles. There's another station. And another pretty nice bridge. I'm trying to keep the blue light on Appleford for this one. Okay, got that one. I am trying as hard as I can to keep this blue light on my controller from shining on my face. Right, we are 1 mile away. Okay, I can just coast now. should be slow enough that I can just stop quickly once we get to stop quickly when we get the bit saying you need to stop. Or even before then. There's where it says Didcot, 0.92 miles away. Or rather just before that, because it's just ahead of the signal. Okay. Looks like there's a fire in the distance. So I can see red. I'm not too sure. Yes, it is. It's animated, so it's a fire. Considering this is running at about 8 or 9 frames per second, it's not doing too badly at the moment. There's another line coming in from the right, and a working bus. Wow. Wonder if any of those pass. There's even a police car. Wonder if any of them are zombies or if they just managed to get past. There's the alarm. Cancelled. Good. I'm slowing down via friction at the moment. You can see that it says end of the line and then the buffer stop symbol. So I definitely need to stop before I get to that. I mean, that's 0.69 miles away now. I want to be stopped before it. Or when it says 0.0, effectively, because that'll... I think I may need to be on this side. If I remember rightly, the green light emanates from this side. Just see some buildings on the horizon that are visible. Don't know whether they're green or not. Let's keep an eye on both my speed and my HUD for distance to where I need to stop. The very first time I ever played this, back in 2011, I didn't realise I had to stop here. That's how I know I don't go fast. I just thought you could drive all the way to London using one train. However, I soon learned you couldn't. That's why if I go on standard mode, you can see that I've completed all 4 scenarios. Career mode is a little bit different. Uh-oh, the track ahead is broken. Let's stop and rethink our strategy. Yes, I'm going to. Not emergency. Ooh, I nearly made a mistake there. Can't stop just yet. Need to stop as close to where it says end of line as possible. I do know that I'll be swapping over and going into the bit around Didcot Railway Centre. But I need to stop as close to where it says end of line as possible. Green buildings! Why are they green? This will give a reason why. As long as I stop where I'm meant to stop. They are bright green. Everything else has been red from fire. There's the 70 mph board. We need to stop in 0.06 miles. Between 0.06 and 0.15 miles. Then we get to see the reason for the zombie apocalypse. Weird seeing those buildings so green. Really weird. They're normally white. Right. How far have I got? 0.1. You can see the lifted rails now. Right next to the signal on the other line. I'm going as close to them as I can for a reason. This is the end of the Great Western Society Didcot Railway Centre. I've only ever been there once, and that was back in 2000, 2001, something like that. There's the reason why we've got the zombies standing on that car. Should get a dialogue now, if I remember rightly. Can I get a lit up screenshot including, yes, maybe, possibly, if I do that and that, there we go, my train's lit up in green. Bring that back up so I can see. Who or what is that? A zombie apocalypse I can get my head around, but that looks like a witch, because it is. Run her over! Can't, because she's not on the rails. So. Damn it, Janet. Oh, God. This is a train, not a steamroller. Driver, back up beyond the junction a couple of 100 yards behind us to see if there's another way around. Yeah. I'm going to stay in this. Whoops. Wrong way. Stay like this while I back up. Zoom back in a bit. Now that I've got the screenshot with the witch in. There's my unit. 166221. Haven't even looked at the number since starting. I'm not going to go too fast. We will be going on the far line over there, round into the station, where we'll have to change and be a different engine, or loco, or train, or whatever you want to call it. Need to zoom out slightly so I can see when we're clear of the junction. So I can apply the brakes. Nearly. I think it's just beyond that road bridge. There we go. And brakes. Not 100%. I've lost 1,000 for accidentally putting it 100%. That was naughty. That was an accident. It shouldn't have lost me 1,000 flipping. Let's go into maps, see if it's changed the points for me. Where am I? Yes, it has. Okay. That should not have happened. It should not have changed the point. It should not have dropped me 1,000 points. It should not have dropped me 4,000 points even. That's more than you get when you drop. When you do it on standard career mode scenarios. Oh well. I've got to stop in Didcot Parkway Station. So I'm not going too fast. In fact, I'll leave it about there. $16 miles an hour. While I go round the witch and her hordes of zombies. I'm not happy that I've lost 4,000 points for accidentally putting it in emergency brake mode. I didn't intentionally put the brake on that hard. It just happened. And as I said, other career mode scenarios do not do that. Emergency brake came on without me wanting it. I didn't see the... It's making me lose more points. I now understand why everything's bright green. As long as I get a positive score when I get into Didcot, or platform 5 Didcot Parkway, then I'll be okay. I'm just not happy that it cost me that much for the accidental emergency brake. I'm trying to work out what's flashing red over there. Oh, it's a buffer stop. Okay. I'm going at this speed because I know I'm going to have to stop in Didcot, which is the end of this scenario. I've dropped down to 989 points. Look, class 47 in sectorisation coal sector. Sectorisation coals delivery. And some oil tankers. I'm going at the right speed for going into Didcot, which is 15. Don't want to be just a little bit of power, so I don't stall out on this curve as we go around the back end of Didcot Railway Centre. Really must visit that again at some point. Though for me to get there would require a train journey. There's the shed, or one of the sheds. I'll have to go to Didcot Parkway by train and then cross over slowing down a bit more than I wanted. Trying to not have the signal thing come on. There's another class 47. Understandable with the power station being there on the horizon. There's a fire in it. Okay. I think the platform will be on this side. A little bit more power, get back up to close to 15. Those are what merry-go-round wagons look like. HAA, HCA, HDA. Those are HAA. And some intermodal wagons. Containers get carried on those. Container flats, most people call them, but they're intermodals. Signal showing going to left-hand junction. Intermodal wagons are on a siding that doesn't go this way. Can only be accessed from the other end. Interesting. Just over there is Didcot Railway Centre. There's the loco shed, just visible, and the water tower is over there somewhere. I need to look up. Yes, the platform will be on that side. Okay. Get rid of the mouse. Just coming in nice and gently. Fly anywhere in Europe. Guaranteed lowest fares online. Interesting adverts. There's a fire there. So the class 166 that's in here is on fire. Right, okay. Right, we've got 0.11 miles before we have to stop because the line is dead. Anything less than 0.05 and it'll consider me having stopped within range. There's the oil train. Looks like TE8 wagons. Let's just coast along a little bit. There's the class 47 that I'll be swapping onto. There's zombies on the platform. It's interesting how they changed the route to do this. And come to a stop. That's what I'll be driving next. 47210 or 270. Can't quite see. 270. I'm waiting for it to say the scenario's ended. It's got coal wagons and oil tankers. It's a weird mix. Go in the cab. There we go. You pull into Didcot, but the track ahead is a wreck. The train in the next platform looks like your safest bet for getting to Paddington. For now, you are safe. Okay. So that is... Yeah, I didn't willingly put the emergency brake on. It says I scored 0. What? Minus 6,160 for timeliness. I still get gold medal, so... And I gained 8,147 experience points. Let's just have a look. Everyone gets 0. That's me, Garthian. It's a... How did I get 1,000? Really? Yeah. Right. I'm gonna... Part 2 of this will be on Wednesday. Friday will be a return to Train Sim World for a new series where basically I introduce it and then I ride a train without talking. Basically my version of slow TV. that will be whichever route runs without stuttering, basically. And it'll be as long as it takes to go from one end of the line to the other as a passenger, with me switching cameras every now and then, but not driving. Parts 3 and 4 of this will then be next week, though Monday is going to be video of rebuilt Southern Railway Battle of West Country 34028 Eddystone on one of its first rail tours since restoration. 61 years since it last steamed. It's coming through, heading to Chester. It's only going north. It's coming back through a week later, so it's coming through on Saturday, heading north. I am going to film it, and then it'll be heading back a week later on the 1st of November, and I'll film that. That's as long as the test run during the week goes to plan. Could still be changed for something else. Be nice to have it, because I've not seen it yet. I think it's the 2nd or 3rd rail tour for it. Sometime this week there's the possibility of Britannia and Deltic Royal Scots Grey coming through, because that's going from Crewe to Sheringham, North Norfolk Railway. Don't know if or when that's coming through here. If it does, I'll film it and it'll be an extra video. But until I know for certain what route it's doing and when, I don't know whether I'll do it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. Part 2, as I said, will be on Wednesday. And until then, be seeing you.